This is Marileidy Paulino in last place with not that long left of the race. And this is her at the end of the race, winning quite comfortably against Salwa Eid Naser with a time of 49.18 to Naser's 49.27. Now in real time, it kind of looked crazy. The way she just ate up the third fastest 400 meter runner of all time. But if you've been watching Paulino, you know this is what she does. This is how she runs. Her last 200 is so strong. She can literally catch up anyone ever, really, in history. And if you watched her post-race interview, you likely, because the majority of my viewers are English speaking, did not understand what she was saying because she was speaking Spanish. But lucky for you, Spanish is my third language.
Estoy tratando solamente de enfocarme en la primera parte, que es lo que tengo que buscar para poder hacer el sub 47.
And she was basically saying that she just needs to focus on the first 200 of her race, and if she does that, she can run a 47. I believe her strongly. And if she does do that, Naser continues progressing, and we now throw Sydney into the mix. What could that 400 meter final even look like? Now, I've done a more in-depth video on this, talking about Sydney in the 400 and what that transition could look like in the next few years, starting now ahead of Tokyo. But with the different race styles of these athletes, like Naser, the way she just goes for it at the start, Sydney quite similar, but she's still establishing her race style as she adjusts to the new event, and Paulino, who has such a strong finish, that race could look insane. Like, it would be so unpredictable. You could be with 100 meters left and have zero idea who's going to win, despite them being in three completely different positions on the track. I just can't bet against Paulino though. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can see it happening. I can see Naser, because Naser, we've seen that Naser, the pace that she was running the first 300, we've seen that she can execute that throughout a 400 meters. We've seen it before. So we can see it again, particularly with this level of competition. Sydney is a bit of a wild card. Like, everyone kind of knows she low-key could drop a 47. Like, we know that, but equally, we don't really know her patterns and tendencies the same way that we know the others, because we've seen them run 400 so much. So anything could happen with Sydney. But Paulino's just looking so strong. And the fact that she can consistently be that far behind against elite runners and just eat them up like that, even if she's in that position in the world champs, I would still have her favored to close in, because it's one thing being chased, it's another thing being the chaser. When you're the chaser, we saw it last year in the men's 400 final. It's different, man. It is different. If you've got that momentum, it is so hard for the one being chased to hold off. So if Marileidy does work on that first 200 and even being level with them, man, without compensating too much on the other side, it's long. I'm sorry, it's long. The full episode is dropping on Oko TV very soon, so make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss it. And follow Luke Oko on TikTok, Luke Oko TV on Instagram for more updates and content. My name's Luke Oko Siemi. Thanks for watching Oko TV. It's been real.